And obviously that's going to like get 911 called.
Yeah.
And that's when, what are they called? Border Tech? Bortech showed up, which is like the A team of America. And they tracked him down and smoked him out.
I've never heard of Bortech. Is that a government organization?
Yeah. It comes from the word border, but Bortech, they work on the border. But like if we got invaded by aliens, Bortech would show up. It's these awesome Navy SEAL superheroes with like long beards and fucking night vision goggles. And every time there's a real, like say the president was kidnapped, you just see these Chinook helicopters land, and then the bearded Bortech guys would come out and just like kill everyone involved.
I struggle so hard with stack ranking our various governmental superheroes. Bortech is a new one. Delta Force has been around forever. Delta Force is not the top. It's a good movie.
Bortech uses Delta Force to floss with.
Okay, what SEAL Team 6?
SEAL Team 6 do laundry service for Bortech. They drop off their dirty laundry with SEAL Team 6, and then they make sure it's all pressed.
Why didn't Bortech go after Osama bin Laden?
Because they're too precious.
Easy.
They're too precious. It's too easy, right?
It was an easy task.
He wasn't a high enough priority target, probably.
They were off planet dealing with some shit you don't even know about.
No, they took SEAL Team 6 to Osama bin Laden and said, shoot him. Go.
They were fighting the Osama bin Laden of Mars, Woody. Can you even imagine?
Dude, Bortech is so tough. They were above your pay grade of knowledge, Woody. You didn't even know they existed. I didn't know they existed.
Bin Laden. That ginger who shot bin Laden, he was like this.
That ginger who shot
and then
bin
Bortech
Laden.
had to come in and hold his shaking arms and let him get the shot.
Yeah,
Bortech is a welding company in Illinois.
That's a front.
Yeah, hard fellas. All right, MIG, gas, stick, whatever. Don't fuck with them.
Aluminum, nickel, mild steel.
Oh, I was thinking Bortech this entire time.
I was wrong. There's Bortech.
Bortech.
Border Tactical, I guess.
Okay.
Damn. No, so they're in charge of the border?
I think they've been called off the border for now.
Yeah.
No one's in charge of the border, clearly.
I literally just watched a thing. I don't know if you're familiar with the guy from All Gas, No Brakes, formerly Andrew Callahan. He does Channel 5.
Yeah. He got canceled for some bullshit Me Too stuff.
He said, fuck that. And he came back. And it seems like he spent the interim while he was somewhat canceled, going to like journalism school or something. His new content is excellent. It's doing very well. He bounced around the country to a few hellholes, Philly and San Fran. But he's been doing the border crisis for a couple of episodes. In the last episode, prior to today, he went into Mexico, found some young coyotes, and then arranged to be smuggled across the Rio Grande. In today's video, or actually yesterday, I believe, he got arrested by Border Patrol swimming the Rio Grande. He was in a detention center for a couple of weeks. His coyotes immediately jumped back in and swam home.
Oh, that's not what you're paying for.
Yeah, they got away.
Yeah, there's been a few journalists who are doing the whole trip all the way from like Venezuela and documenting the whole thing. You know, you got to send it up to the cloud fast because when the coyotes catch you, they'll kick your ass. But if you recall, James O'Keefe dressed up as Osama bin Laden and crossed the Rio Grande from Mexico.
No, he did. Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Did he make it?
That's a good bit.
He made it.
He made it just as Osama.
I think he had a mask on. He had like a turban and the whole deal.
Do you think the border control was like, we got an American citizen pretending to be Osama bin Laden wandering around? Oh my God, he's wearing a rubber mask.
Can you imagine you're a rancher? You're like, you're out there looking for coyotes and you're like, holy fucking shit. My lucky day. Never forget.
I'm about to never pay for drinks in this town again.
I guarantee you when that happened, Border Patrol was like, can we go and actually do our job? And the top brass was like, so cool your jets, buddy. Cool your jets. God, you're real eager to get out there, boy. And they're just like Border Patrol are awesome guys. They're not the incompetent ones here. It's their bosses who won't let them do their fucking job.
That's like every branch of military. Like my friends in the Marines, like they're like, oh, all the grunts, all of us, the ones who were kicking down doors and like we're all high trained, like excellent at our jobs. It's the fucking majors or whoever that are just assigning us and suck.
Well, with Benghazi, they have bases in Italy. Like they were very close. They could have got down there, but you had Charlene Lamb and Hillary Clinton and all these cunt bureaucrats just going, I don't, hold on, just stay put. Or even cops, if you know cops, you know, that they might be able to get you at a one drunk driving charge if you didn't fuck anyone up, but they don't have any power, and they don't even have the power to do their own jobs. Like, they can't tune up some perp who deserves it because he just hit a kid.
Every organization I've ever worked with, it feels like that, though. Like, oh, our computer programmers are fantastic. It's management that's an idiot. And I can't name an organization that doesn't do that.
But doesn't it feel worse? Doesn't it feel like the top brass is getting more terrible at their job and hamstringing the guys on the ground more than ever? Well, the NYPD is a perfect example. I mean, they just had migrants kick the shit out of 3 cops, and they're free to go.
Really?
And then it got too much media attention. So Alvin Bragg, our DA over here, goes, okay, wait, maybe do arrest them. So they get them in Phoenix, and they've already murdered a chick. And these are the guys who left the courts going like this. Bitches.
Wait, so the same people who beat up a cop killed a woman in Phoenix?
Yes. I'm not exactly sure if they killed this chick before or after the cop beating. We're yet to determine that. But they're murderers. And they're all part of these South American theft gangs, SATGs, that Biden let over our porous border. And they're not just like Chinese are worthy adversaries. They're good illegal immigrants. They hide and you can't find them.
They're worthy adversaries.
The old Mexicans, 15 years ago, they were I wouldn't call them worthy adversaries, but they would just like mow lawns over there and you'd stay out of your way. But this new wave, they are organized criminals who are here to empty your garage of its contents while you're sleeping. You know what they're doing here in New York? They kick in the front door while you're there sleeping. They know you're not going to have a gun because it's New York. They grab all the fobs, which are usually right by the front door, hanging on some hooks or some shit. And then they just whoop, 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 whoop. They see what fob goes to what car and take off. And you obviously call the police and everything, but the cops show up, and this was all like 15 minutes ago. They're long gone.
Yeah. They're not going to find them.
Is this
and I kind of like.
Never heard of this.
I kind of like that. What did you say?
Is this real? I've never heard about this.
So it's not real.
I'm asking. Like
no, you didn't ask.
I said, is this real? And now you're saying I didn't ask.
You're a liberal, right?
A little bit.
Can't you just? Isn't it amazing you can tell? I never heard of this. This is bullshit. No. That I've never heard of it. What do you think? I just pulled it out of my fucking ass?
Yeah. Well, I'm asking, is this real? Is it possible?
Oh, so you're changing your tone from like, never heard of this.
I don't think I said that. Like that. I said, is this real? Exactly like that.
Play back the tape. This is bullshit. This is a real thing. Talk to cops, get involved. You lefties live on satellites that circle the earth without actually putting your feet on the ground. Talk to people in law enforcement. Talk to people that are involved with the border and these fucking criminals, and you will discover that this is a trend. Kicking in the front door, and this is very common in Westchester, in the suburbs here, Yonkers, the Bronx, stealing cars. You talk to cops up where I am, and they go, we didn't have car theft. Like in the old days, you could just smash the drive shaft and hotwire it. Then the car companies figured that out, and there was no car theft for like the past 15 years, basically. And because the fobs are so good. In fact, if you have a BMW and you tell your insurance company, oh, my car was stolen, I left it parked, they're like, no, it wasn't. And you're not getting any money for it. You cannot steal a BMW without the fob. And so these thieves are so brazen, they're just stealing fobs. And then I guess the cars end up in like Saudi Arabia. They end up in the Middle East. They ship them over.
Actually found a story that supports what you're saying. Yonkers police warn of key fob hacking scheme. But they do mention a lot of what you said, which is these key fobs are nice, but they can hang by the front doors, and people are using them combined with signal boosters to do this. So
yeah, that's another thing too. They're seeing you open your car, and they're hijacking the signal and then making their own fob.
They wait outside.
Why send it to Saudi Arabia or the Middle East?
I don't know. I think they don't have any standards over there. I first heard that, when you hydro lock your car, it's basically toast because water is in the fucking electrical now. And even if you fix it, you're going to notice problems over the years. So just write it off. Those cars end up in the Middle East, in Dubai and Saudi Arabia at these auctions where they get them for nothing. Maybe water can't survive over there. But now I'm hearing that these shipping containers are getting filled with the stolen cars, and they just strip the VIN number, whatever, and they sell them over there because they're obviously savages in the Middle East and they don't have any standards. I fucking hate that those people have any money.
Doesn't it upset you when you see them have nice things? When
they're riding a car on two wheels like that, you know what I mean?
That's impressive, though. That's impressive. I like that.
I'm like, that's my money.
Dude, I like their outfits.
No regard for personal safety either.
I fucking hate their outfits, those stupid long shirts, and they're showing their toes everywhere, and then they got a towel on their head.
Okay, fine. You have a point with the toe thing, but the rest of it looks pretty comfortable.
No, it looks ridiculous. You're wearing a shirt dress. You look like
boys, rip it.
Scrooge.
Oh, look at that.
Dude, you guys are acting like this is lame.
Dude, I'm on board for that shit.
Cool.
That shit's cool as shit. I want to be in there. I'll wear a helmet, though. That's crazy.
And they're talented drivers. I can't do that.
I think it's easier than it looks.
Camels. You know what we should have done? We should have
the tire.
Hey, there's this black sludge in your water supply. We're going to get it out of there, and we're only going to charge you $100 a month, desert people. And they'd be like, oh, thank you so much.
Dude, how are they in that much of a hurry? They need to change the tire like that. What do you need to get to? Another hot, sandy location right away?
You think that's what it was? They were in a big hurry?
Yeah. They were in a big hurry. They had
40 degrees out.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know the Middle East had no like Saudi Arabia and Dubai. I figured they would like be fancy with cars. Didn't know they were buying our nonsense, our stolen shit.
All right, so remember the Sopranos episode when Tony's sending the cars to Italy and then they're sending them to Russia? I mean, obviously we've got a whole system here with VIN numbers and everything's cataloged and has its place. We're in a computer system, but I don't know if there's a Russian or a European equivalent or even a Middle Eastern equivalent. Maybe you just have a car and be like, yeah, it's mine. Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Stealing cars and shipping them out is
culture, but the West
been a thing forever.
garbage.
Except I think that it used to be South America is where the cars would land. I hadn't heard Middle East, but I don't know.
You're all about Western culture, Western societies.
West is the best. That's inarguable. Hey, I can't see you guys. Did the guy I yell at for saying never heard of this, is he all quiet now?
No, he's still talking.
He's still talking.
Yeah, I'm not at all scared. I'm a grown man. And I can say what I want. If you say something that it turned out I was wrong. I fact checked it.
I was worried I hurt your feelings. Some people don't like confrontation. That's the problem with New Yorkers is they travel and they go like, fuck you. And the guy's like, what the fuck? And you're like, no, I'm saying thanks.
I'm just being rude. I'm just a Northeastern rude person.
Yeah, like I was in Greenville, South Carolina recently, and I was wearing white jeans and a Hawaiian shirt. And this guy goes, I like your pants. And I went, fuck you.
He was coming on to you. You could have had a cool experience.
He was mortified. I'm like, mind your own business. I don't care what your opinion is on my fucking pants. Hundreds of billions because of all these migrants coming in.
Yeah, I love that, by the way. The busing of the migrants to the sanctuary cities is the funniest. Like, it's like, put your money where your mouth is, motherfuckers. How do you like it when there's just
really a put my money where
when there's human waste piling up on your sidewalks and the smell is getting to you and your district attorney is getting her car broken into? Like you don't like it either, do you? Where'd they come from? We don't know.
South America.
Ask them.
Just got robbed. They broke into my garage and my neighbors were like, what happened? I go, this is you. I hate my neighbors. And I'm like, this is your open borders. You got it. It's the chickens have come home to roost. And I don't like having my garage emptied of they took a bunch of stupid shit too, like $30 skis and a case I have of nuts and bolts. But I'm like,
that would piss me off.
It should arrive. Like the chickens should come home to Chicago and New York and, Seattle, all of these northerners that are pro Texas getting inundated and pro Arizona and pro California getting inundated. No, let's let these sanctuary cities actually experience what sanctuary means. And
in Chicago, they're telling the parents, you have to keep your kids at home and do Zoom classes because we're using your school to house migrants. And it's like, are you crazy? The public school that my tax dollars pay for? Like you're telling me, oh, we're back to COVID, like Zoom classes again. even though our kids can't fucking read.
Wait, are you serious?
Because because migrants need to be housed at the school.
That's ridiculous. So, and that's in Chicago. It's probably happening in other places if it's happening in Chicago.
I saw crowds of people at some sort of like school board meeting shouting like it. I think the border thing is going to be more of an issue because Biden is seemingly trying to fix it. Like it seems like I don't know.
Seem like it to me. It seems like they're baking a lot of foreign aid into those.
Well, sure, it was everybody had to agree, and both sides wanted stuff.
While Gavin's gone, let's do a couple of.
Before we do that, I looked into the school thing. It's true, but the school was already closed.